how people interact with beauty advisors or friends, but in video, not just going to a site online.
So Michelle will be doing smoky eyes via Skype, right?
Actually, there are 5 billion smartphones. I mean, that's just a staggering number. And image recognition and using, I don't know if it was Google Smart Wallet that provided this, but if you go to Japan, they've been doing this for a long time. You know, Asia's partner is in this regard, where you just bring your phone and you scan it and they pay. But I heard about something they're doing in Europe, and actually in the UK, where they have 3 supermarkets, so Tesco, and just 3 big supermarkets. And at the end of your shopping, you get your receipt, and then you do image recognition on your smartphone. It will tell you how much those groceries would have cost you at all of the big retailers. And Tesco will match the price. So Sainsbury. And I'm thinking about what that's going to do to retailers. So if I had bought the same basket of groceries down the block, it would have saved me $30. And they don't want to lose you as a customer, so they hand you $30. So I mean, there's some benefit to the consumer.
Yeah, we're doing that with Strawline now. Yeah, it's truly amazing. You know, also their version of Groupon is you put up any product, and then you set a limit of how many people would vote to lower the price. And if you say 50,000 people, then it gets lowered for everyone. It's essentially a Groupon model for a store and products of all types. And when it comes to the basket that people mostly put together, they'll put together the 8 products like milk and snacks and things like that. Whatever you vote on as being your most important essential items, and then you vote on it and lower the price for everybody. It's really, things are really going to change dramatically.
One of the things that frequently gets overlooked when we talk about social is that we're always talking about people communicating with other people, groups, but within, I think it's 5 or 6 years, 50 billion with a B, things, not people, things, will be able to communicate to other things. So your car can talk to your house. Your heart can talk to your doctor. Things communicating with other things, and that will transform our lives in ways that we can't even imagine. I was out with one of my clients, Qualcomm in San Diego, who's really leading in this kind of technology. They built the platforms that virtually everybody's cell phone in the room is based on their IP, and they're doing things with machines talking to other machines that will blow you away.
Space from over. What's the next space from?
Not for the shareholders.
I mean, it's, you know, I know everyone's heard these statistics. It's the 3rd largest country in the world behind China and India. So, you know, do countries go away? And they keep, you know, and again, they keep reinventing themselves. You know, if they just sit back and rest on their laurels, Mark Zuckerberg says, you know, I have enough money, I don't have to worry about this, but they, you know, place-based, right? So now they can, you know, they combine with, you know, Foursquare, and they can serve up information you need that's more relevant to you because it's based on where you're actually located. So if you're in Manhattan and you're looking for, you know, the restaurants, everybody knows where you are, which is scary and also can be very useful. But it's just too big to go away. Although I do think it's going to continually have to reinvent itself. But I can't imagine who would come in and be able to do what they do. They're becoming as big a search engine, you know, as Google. And, you know, you just don't want the world to be Google versus Facebook. You know, that would be a very scary world to live in. You know, I hope there's someone there who hasn't even brought the product to market that's going to come in and blow these guys away. You know, it's like what Apple was to IBM. They're going to come in and they're going to just bring something that's irresistible. And it's you guys and younger who are just going to say, you know what, these guys, they're too big. They, you know, my uncle is 78 years old and he's on Facebook. It's just not cool for me to be on Facebook anymore. And so I think there is a white space there that someone will take advantage of.
I'll come back to your previous question on this one at once, which was, you know, social and the future of Facebook. I was at a panel actually last week at the IAB, and the theme of the panel was the future of display advertising, which again is still where a lot of the advertising is being spent. And you know, what I find fascinating is, for me, social will start to embed everything else, and it's just, you know, we won't talk about social display, we're just talking, social will be everywhere. And you know, one of the things that we create at L'Oreal is a little bit of incubation fund and team resources to try to have innovation and specifically on display advertising as well. And so we find a small, you know, startup company out on the West Coast, and what we've done is to almost kind of create a new website into a display banner advertising, right? So because the idea is why there hasn't been really that much innovation on display advertising, if you think about it, for the last couple of years. Why? I mean, you know, but I think it's all going to continue to dramatically change it. So what we've done is we pretty much kind of embedded video, we embedded social feeds, we had Twitter being embedded in that display banner, so to really make it an engaging experience. Because why drive a consumer on the site if you can have it all there, and eventually also have them shop right there on the display banner? So for me, social is just a matter of embedding it everywhere. This is thinking about it in silence. For me, that's the future. That's why I think Facebook is great, you know, years ahead, because it's just starting, you know, moving away from the core platform and everywhere else. Just leveraging it.
I think you're going to see social media. The reason why I said 1997 is I don't really know. I mean, the other thing that nobody knows is what percentage we're into the information age. But we know that we're in it. So somebody told me from the Times about a year ago that they found it was 14%. You know, so it's like, you know, but you know, historically, if you look back, I think the interesting thing about social media is that it's just going to grow exponentially. That's something we know. And I think Facebook, Amazon, Apple, those are really the companies that are going to continue to stay very relevant. I think that Walmart has not so worried about Target. They're worried about Amazon. And the reason is because of this whole social nature of how you shop and how you compare. And, you know, and they actually bring forward all the applications that are embedded in Amazon. I think it's a couple hundred. You sometimes may not be using them. There's all sorts of applications and algorithms and filters and things.
We know that bring Amazon down to Link.com.
Yeah, that's right.
Right, you know, one you know, CD that she launched in. Right, so we gotta get their cloud technology up there.
Right. The thing is, you also, she's like the best example of an artist in our current time that uses social media in every way,